we decided to go to Hawaii for our 10-year anniversary, specifically Oahu. So we flew out early in the morning, and we ended up getting there, going back in time, and got there around noon. We took public transportation pretty much everywhere we went there, the bus, and it worked out pretty well. We only got lost once or twice. We stayed in Waikiki here on the 21st floor of a place called the Island Colony. We had a 1-bedroom apartment that was really nice, met all our needs that we needed, and didn't have a view of the beach, but we had a nice balcony where we could sit out and have breakfast and just look out at the bay, which was really nice overall. The first day we were hungry, so we went to a fish place called Paia that was really highly reviewed, and I got fish. I never do that, but I got the ahi-ahi, and it was blackened and delicious. And Mandy's was delicious as well. And then after that, we went grocery shopping. What you see pictured here was $106, which was enough to get us breakfast and lunch for the week, but whew, it's expensive. And then after that, the last thing we did that day was just have a little beach day, get our toes in the water in Waikiki. The next day, because of jet lag, we got up really early, and we were able to bike, even though it was a little sketchy early in the morning while it was dark out, over to a place called Diamond Head, which is a crater formed by a volcano that has a really nice overlook. So we biked and then walked up to it. We did it first thing in the morning so we could see like the beautiful sunrise before it would get super hot as well. And we had to wait outside a little bit, but then eventually they opened up and let us in through this tunnel. And then we had probably about 20 to 30 minute hike up to the top. I will say my least favorite thing about this was that it felt like you were a sardine. There was just people everywhere, especially when you got to the top. Right here, there was just no room. So even though the views are beautiful, in real time, it felt a little bit like you were crammed in there. So that was a really cool experience though. After that, we were trying to get reservations for another thing, but we had to do it at 7 in the morning. So I tried to do it, but we had no internet service. So it kind of messed up our plans that we had planned. So we switched things up and we ended up going kayaking. So we were in a place called Hulua, and we ended up kayaking a round trip 5 miles to an island offshore called the Mokes. So this is where we are right here, and it was beautiful. I will say it was really intimidating for Mandy and I. We'd done kayaking a couple times before, but going in through the breaks of the ocean from leaving the main island to the small Moke Island was definitely a little scary, and there was lots of banter, playful and not playful banter back between the two of us, but we made it without capsizing at all, and it was a very fulfilling trip there. And then on the way back, we saw a sea turtle. Unfortunately, I didn't capture on camera, even though it was right next to us for a ton of time. But thankfully, the Lord blessed us with 2 sea turtles. And even though I didn't get good footage of this one, you can at least see that we saw some sea turtles, which was really, really, really cool. And then we ended the night at a small hole-in-the-wall Japanese restaurant. Mandy, as you can see, we were both really tired and had some delicious food. The next day was Wednesday, and we spent a day exploring the North Shore. So a long bus ride. Our first stop, we went up to a place called Matsumoto's Shaved Ice, which is kind of just their ice cream, which is really good. Really enjoyed it. Actually, I thought it was a lot better than I thought it would, but tons of sugar for sure. So after we went there, shopped a little bit, we went up the road to Waimea Bay, which is just another beautiful beach, giant rock there where people just have fun doing flips and all kinds of stuff off the side of. Mandy and I did not do that. We just had some nice peaceful time on the beach and in the water. And then when we went to have lunch, we kind of had our fill of sun. So we actually sat in this volcanic little mini cave where we were able to enjoy some shade while we ate our lunch overall. We traveled a little further down the coast and went to a place called Sharks Cove. We didn't have as much time as we wanted, but this is a great snorkeling spot. So we still at least got in the water a little bit and were able to see some fish and some other wildlife, even though we only were able to spend about 20 minutes there overall. We at least got to take it in a little bit. And we had to keep moving because we went to the Polynesian Cultural Center. This is a kind of like, I would almost call it a museum, where there's 6 different islands that make up the Polynesian culture, and it's just an educational experience all about it. We just went for a buffet, so we enjoyed all kinds of delicious Polynesian food. And then after that, the real reason we went there is there was a official show called The Breath of Life, where it just showcases each of the 6 different islands and their different takes on sing, song, and dance, and they tell a story. So it was very much like Sight and Sound, but Polynesian style. It was very high quality. We were in the 4th row. It was really enjoyable. Mandy and I really thought it was a really cool experience just to see more about their culture, and it was just very entertaining. And who doesn't love a good bit of fire? After that, though, it was a late night. We got back very late, very tired, but it was worth it. So the next day was Thursday. We decided, because of the late night, to just have a simple beach day in Waikiki. So I don't have a ton of footage, but we were able to go on this beach. Very unique. It is flat and not very deep for so long, probably about a quarter of a mile. You could still be like waist deep. There was surfing, there was boating happening nearby us. It was just a lot of fun in this very clear, crystal, beautiful blue water. After that, we spent some time exploring Waikiki, went to a bakery, had some good food. Nothing too crazy though, just a nice time. Friday, we got to go to Waimea Bay, which is a great place to go snorkeling. We saw a seal, Hawaiian seals sunbathing on the beach, which is wonderful. But most of our time there, we got to snorkel. I will say it was a bit dicey at the beginning. When we first went out in the morning, it was low tide, and we went out and it was thick coral section. And you're not supposed to touch the coral, but we did, especially me. More than I wanted to. I got scraped up my knee a good bit and felt like jerks, but we didn't realize when we went out that there is a lot of spots where it's very open and there's kind of hallways and passageways in between. But our first time out, without knowing any better, we went out like right on top of it. But after it got a little bit more sunny and it kind of brightened things up and we could see better in the water, like, oh, there's all these other open spots. So we really enjoyed it. Mandy actually was out in the water a lot longer than I was, and really was just adventuring and seeing all kinds of stuff. It felt almost like I play Pokemon Go, and it was kind of like real life Pokemon Go, where I just take the GoPro and try to capture all these different footage of these colorful, beautiful fish, and it was a lot of fun. We even saw, it's more rare, the official Hawaiian fish, both the male and female version of it. As you can see right here, that's the male version, and the female version looks a little different, less stripes at the back of it, but those were fun to see, the official Hawaiian fish of their state. And it was just a lot of fun, and this guy was really crunchy as he just kept eating on this rock of some footage that Mandy took. So yeah, a lot of fun seeing all the beautiful God's creation and colors in the water, and really would highly recommend it. And the view when you're leaving the park or the bay is just beautiful to take it all in. So really, really enjoyed that experience, right up there with kayaking as one of the most favorite things that we did. So we took a bus back to Waikiki, and then pretty much right away we had just enough time to stop at the apartment, grab what we needed, but then we took another bus to Pearl Harbor. So at Pearl Harbor, we did not have a ton of time because we spent the whole morning at Waimea Bay, but we did watch a short 20-minute film about what transpired on Pearl Harbor. And then we took a short boat tour out to the Arizona, which was sunk that day and is basically a tomb for many of the people that were on it. They were not able to get them out. So literally it's still sunk there to this day. This is a wall of all the people that were died. It was a very sobering experience to be there. We did see a diver going over top of it, which felt a little weird and felt like it shouldn't be happening as a tomb for people, but that happened. And then we got back to Waikiki in the evening, saw fireworks on the beach. There was a movie behind us on the beach in the other direction, and then went out to eat. Had a fun time. I got a dish called Loco Moco, which was lots of carbs, rice, burger, gravy, egg, and pork on top of that. Mandy's was good as well. And then Saturday, that was our last day. We had some breakfast, and then we headed out. So overall, it was a wonderful trip. We enjoyed so much of it. Would love to go back if we could ever afford it, but super glad that we got to go.